I am Chikeitha Owens. I am a licensed professional counselor, and I am also um, advocating for domestic violence. I've been doing this for the entire month of October, and I know you probably have been seeing videos. You've been seeing all different kind of things coming out on the different timelines and everywhere across social media. One of the things that I wanted to come in and just share today, I'm sure many of you have been watching the videos and thinking, wow, you know, am I in a domestic violence situation? Domestic violence can be so subtle. Um, it can be as small as just saying ugly and bad things to a person to degrade them and make them feel less than. It can affect your self-esteem. It can do many things. So one of the things that I just wanted to come on here and point out is that if you are in this situation and if you feel that some of the things that you may be experiencing in your relationship could possibly be a form of domestic violence, I just want to share that that does not always mean that, okay, that means we got to go get a divorce. That means that it's over with, it's done with. It does not always mean that. And that depends on the seriousness of the abuse that's taking place. I'm a therapist, and so I can truly tell you that you can go to marital counseling, you can get help. Um, it's always good if each individual person gets their own individual therapy first, because we know we all have to work on ourselves. We all have to figure out, why am I so angry? Why am I so violent? What things are causing these things? And so it could be something as small as something from childhood. It could be the environment you grew up in. It could be the things that you learned. It could be all of those things. And a lot of the anger and a lot of the things that people experience may stem from their childhood. It may stem from the environment they grew up in, or watching their parents fight, or whoever, people on the street fight. And so a lot of the things that we have seen through our life and in our environment can be something that impacts us as we get older. And so I definitely would recommend individual therapy for each individual. And once you have mastered or feel that you're making some progress in that, then you can come together and try for marriage counseling to work things out. I've seen so many people just come in and want to rush in and do marriage therapy. Well, normally in my counseling setting, I try not to do that, because I feel like it's an individual thing, first of all, because you got to start with yourself. You got to work through the issues that you have, and then you can come together and bring something to the table for someone else in a marriage. Because if you can't work through your own individual struggles, then you're not going to be able to work through those issues that you're having in your marriage. And so when it comes to domestic violence, we know that there are many things that can cause abuse. There are many things. Jealousy can cause it. Um, we know that people cheating and committing adultery and all of those different things can cause violence. There's many things in relationships that can cause the other partner to be violent towards the other individual. And so I just want you all to keep in mind that if you find yourself in this situation or think that you're in this situation, and if you feel that, if you're in a safe situation, and this is something that you and your spouse or partner could possibly work through, then it's so important to seek out help, because we can't do these things ourselves. And if you are a spiritual individual, and if you are have a church home or have a church family, reach out to your church family. Most churches have counseling. A lot of the pastors provide counseling. If they don't, they may have therapists that are within the church body that will provide these things for you. So I recommend that you reach out and try to get help. Some of the domestic violence organizations, I don't know if you've seen the video prior to this one, where Christy Valle spoke out on the different organizations in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Genesis Shelter, she shared about the Salvation Army, the Family Place, and Hope's Door and New Beginnings. All of these are places that provide domestic violence interventions and also provide shelter. So if it's to a point where you need to separate yourself for a while you're getting some help, then do that for the sake of your family. Don't just sit back and watch everything fall apart to the point to where somebody ends up in jail, or somebody ends up dead or have lost their life due to just unresolved issues in that relationship. And so before I end, one of the things that I want to share, and this is to women, I ran across this poem that was actually inspired by Oprah Winfrey. She wrote this poem. And so back when I used to work at an agency, we would always find different things that articles or poems or things that would inspire the women to help them push through. And so the name of this poem is called Be a Queen. And the poem actually says, be a queen, dare to be different, be a pioneer, be a leader, be the kind of woman who in the face of adversity will continue to embrace life and walk fearlessly toward the challenge. Take it on. Be a truth seeker and rule your domain. Whatever it is, your home, your office, your family, with a loving heart, be a queen. Be tender. Continue to give birth to new ideas and rejoice in your womanhood. My prayer is that we will stop wasting time being mundane and mediocre. We are daughters of God, here to teach the world how to love. It doesn't matter what you've been through, where you come from, who your parents are, nor your social or economic status. None of that matters. What matters is how you choose to love, how you choose to express that love through your work, through your family, through what you have to give to the world. Be a queen. Own your power and your glory. And that was written by Oprah Winfrey. So I really love that poem because it speaks volumes to self-awareness of who you are as a woman, who you are as a child of God, and knowing your worth, knowing where you are and where you stand is so important. And so I just thank you all for listening to this and tuning in. And so I hope that you share this with others so that we can break the silence of domestic violence. We can become more aware of how we act, how we treat others, and know that help is available. Know that it's not the end of the world. Know that all of the time and effort spent to put into that marriage, to put into that relationship, it doesn't have to be in vain, and that help is possible. And the one thing that we don't want to do, one of the things that we share in counseling is the definition of insanity. And insanity is when you continue and keep doing the same things over and over again, but guess what? You expecting a different result. Well, if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, you're going to get the same result. So if you want change, then you have to take that step and you have to go forward and you have to do something different. So today I tell you to make a change. Do something